All right, thanks everyone for joining our Higher Pathways Spring Kickoff webinar. We really just want to have a quick touching base with all our Higher Pathway partners just to introduce Monique and I as we are new to our roles and we'll be supporting you all through the rest of this grant awarding year. All right, so yeah, we're going to do quick introductions, overview of our spring programming, including student and family incentives. And gather some feedback from you all of our programming newsletter or any areas of support, and then reminders and looking ahead as part of the grant. I'm sure you all are familiar with Brittany, who is been the main contact person for this grant. She's unfortunately not able to join us today, but her contact information is there if you ever need to get in touch with her. My name is Cassie Sando. I am from the Pueblo of Jemez in New Mexico, and I just joined the College Fund at the beginning of this year, but a large part of my work has been in the college access realm. So I worked within Trio and Upward Bound previously. But yeah, but excited to be here with you all, and I'll hand it over to Monique.
Thanks, Cassie. Hi, everyone. My name is Monique Harvey. I'm Navajo. I'm originally from Tuscaloosa, Arizona, right by the Four Corners area, and now currently reside in Denver, Colorado, along with Cassie at our headquarters in Denver. My background is more so associated with admissions within college, and I helped a lot with scholarship information and just helping with the students in transition from high school to college. So excited to be here with you all and getting a chance to know you all.
Yes. All right, so quickly, we're just going to go over some grant expectations as part of being a part of the Higher Pathways Grant. You all receive funding to facilitate college access programming and initiatives and encouraging students and staff to join those events. As part of that final report, you'll provide that senior list of students' full names and date of births. And if you or there's any transitions within your team, if you could just notify us if there is a change in point of contact. And then I believe most of you have received your funds, but just ensuring that any funds received have been deposited with and confirming that with your own business or accounting offices. And then just communicating with us throughout the year and attending webinars such as these. And then just a reminder that that final report will be due May 1st this year. And then keeping track of any student family participation at any college readiness events that you put on that's associated with the grant. All right. And now we're going to quickly just go over our spring programming. I'll take the top half and then Monique will kind of share a little bit about our partner programming and our student incentives. So one exciting webinar that we are going to kick off this spring semester is our Supporting Your Student webinar for families. And so this one is geared towards parents, guardians, and family members, and it's going to be a three-part series starting in February. So February 25th will be our first one. It's going to be about an hour, and the following ones will be in March and April. But these webinars are really going to be get around topics for family members to help guide them in supporting their student, whether that's making their college decision, or helping them with what to expect that first year of college and how to stay connected with their student. So after this webinar, we'll send a flyer so you can share this with families. Registration will be required. And of the attendees that attend each webinar, we do have gift card raffles for each individual webinar. And then if families are able to attend all three and complete the survey, they'll be entered into a raffle for a Pendleton blanket. So yeah, we're excited to kick this off. We'll probably send out the flyer following this webinar today. And then we do have some FAFSA webinars coming up for our higher pathway partners. So you all, we have some scheduled in March and April. So the March one will really be focused on FAFSA troubleshooting. So our FAFSA professional will talk a bit about what are common barriers that come up or common things that they need to troubleshoot. So just so that you all are aware and can advise your students and families if they encounter some of those. The second part of that webinar will be really focused on how to re-engage students, especially in this time of the year if students have not already completed the FAFSA, like how to re-engage those students and families. Um, so that they do have the opportunity to complete it. So we'll talk about best strategies and practices, and also talking about any like FAFSA events or FAFSA drives that were able to be successful to get as many students to complete the FAFSA. And then I think we will really lean on the folks that do attend that webinar to share a little bit about what they do at their own schools, so that you all can learn from one another as well. For our April FAFSA webinar, that will really focus on the FAFSA verification, corrections, and understanding aid awards. Um, so it'll be a discussion of what FAFSA verification is, like how do you support your student if they are selected for that verification process? How do you support students and families if they need to make any corrections to their FAFSA or to like their award letters, and things like that. So definitely keep an eye out for those. And then Monique and I will host office hours every Wednesday starting next week from 2 to 4 p.m. Mountain Time. We'll be sending out a Zoom link for that, but we're here just to support you all. If you want to just chat and catch up, we're also here for that. But also any way that we can support the work that you all are doing. Um, and then this was similar to what we did last year. So if you all are continuing partners, you may remember this, but there is a FAFSA completion challenge. So at the end of April, we'll look at all the FAFSA submissions that have been submitted by each school. And then the schools with the highest FAFSA completion rates will receive a $500 like reward that can really go towards like a senior like party, senior celebration, whether it's like getting them meals or food, things like that. So definitely encourage your students to complete the FAFSA and gain a little extra money to help them celebrate their end of the year. All right. And then with that, just a reminder of those monthly FAFSA submissions, or as you get them, we can receive them at any point in time. Those FAFSA reports can be submitted either directly, like on the spreadsheet, and submit it to me, or through the link that's there, the collegefund.org /HP FAFSA. Students can also self-report at that direct link as well. Um, and then within these monthly FAFSA submissions, students who submit it for that month will be entered into a drawing. So we'll be getting ready to do the drawing for the month of January. So the prizes are going to be like AirPods, Beats headphones, a tablet. So definitely encourage your students to submit their FAFSA so they can be entered into those drawings. Let's see. Yeah, and Monique put the link in the chat, so thank you. And I'll hand it over to Monique.
Awesome. Thanks, Cass. So now we're just going to touch on additional student programming that we'll also be building into for the spring semester. And then we'll kind of tailor more into additional programming we have set out for not only just students, but for your families of the students and as well as our higher pathways partners. So the first initiative we do want to share, this is an ongoing challenge. So just more so like a friendly reminder. We still have the Go to College Challenge. It's up and ready. We are still accepting submissions from students. So if you have any students that has completed the FAFSA, have applied to one or even up to three colleges, or has even begun and submit that college fund application, they can definitely apply for the Go to College Challenge. It's pretty simple. Pretty much all those three steps that I mentioned earlier about completing the FAFSA, applying for a college fund scholarship, and sharing with us of 1 to 3 universities they have applied to. They're welcome to apply for this Go to College Challenge. All of this will be done through a Google form. And again, for that FAFSA confirmation, we're just more so looking for the confirmation page that the student has completed when filling out the FAFSA. They will just need to attach that form to the college Google form, and then otherwise it'll be information we'll be asking them to fill in through the Google form to submit for this Go to College Challenge. So definitely encourage your seniors to continue applying. The deadline for students to submit for this Go to College Challenge is on April 17th. So continue to advocate to your seniors to apply for this challenge when they submit the Google form. They will automatically receive a $25 gift card once all the requirements have been met. And then, in addition to that, based off of the submission, they will also be entered for additional drawing for a larger prize, such as a laptop, a tablet, additional gift card winning. So, definitely continue to encourage your students to submit to us their plans. And we look forward to sharing more updates as we go along. So, definitely encourage your students to apply for the challenge. The next part is, again, just a friendly reminder that our American Indian College Fund scholarships are currently open and ready for submissions. It just opened on February 1st, and so definitely encourage your seniors to apply for the scholarship opportunity. The priority deadline for students to apply is on May 31st, 2026, so definitely really encourage your students to apply. One more note here I do want to share. If your students apply for the American Indian College Fund Scholarship, they will actually receive an additional priority point for applying and already being in a grade higher pathways partner with us. So definitely encourage your students to apply for that scholarship opportunity. And then the last part here we do have to share is the end of the year virtual celebration. We are still working out the details of what will be included for the virtual celebration. So continue to wait those details. We'll definitely send them out as we get closer to May, but something we're definitely excited to share with you all to close out the end of the year. So that is more so all of our student programming we have scheduled. On this next slide here is a little bit more of the sector of the college readiness that we hope to continue providing support for you all. So the first one is this spring semester, we're changing our approach of how we like to share more additional information about college readiness for your students. So how we plan to do this is we'll be sending out a Calendly link where you'll be able to book actually a presentation request for us to join you in the classroom or an assembly or anywhere that fits best around your schedule and for the students for us to present for about an hour about any topics related to your juniors or your seniors or even both. We'll just allocate that hour to present some topics in these related areas, and the time that we have set aside for these presentations to occur will definitely start in March. So we'll start in the week of March 16th to the 20th, accepting those requests from you all to present to your students. And then again, we'll host it again in the month of March, in the week of April, from April 20th to April 24th. So we're currently open now and receiving requests, and we'll send more details of how to confirm those appointments with us through Calendly, just following shortly after the presentation. Cassie will send out that information to you. All right, so I believe the last part here we do have for you all is a quick plug-in. This is actually coming from Brittany. She has put out a College Access Toolkit committee request out to all of our Higher Pathways partners. She also sent an email just yesterday sharing information about this opportunity. So we just really want to elaborate once more to you all if you're interested in being part of the Toolkit committee. The purpose of this is just learning more insights of how we can support your students and their families. And as an educator, we're forming a small advisory committee, and your ask of your time would be from February to May. And we're currently accepting 4 committee members to serve within that time period of February to May of this year. And then, of course, to honor your time and experience being part of this committee, you'll receive a $4,000 stipend. So definitely a grand opportunity. So if you're interested in being part of this committee, feel free to reach out to Brittany. She will be the one kind of more so leading this project. So feel free to reach out to her for more details and how to join. I know this is kind of a late notice, but she would like to hear as much notice as possible by at least tomorrow on Friday. So please feel free to reach out to her by email if you'd like to be part of the committee. All right. And so that is pretty much the whole gist that we have to share with you all about all of our spring programming. This last part here is more so a poll that Cassie and I have built together to get a little bit more information of where everybody stands right now in regards to programming and how we can better assist you all. So I will actually go ahead and open the poll, and we will launch it just now. So if you don't mind just filling out the poll for us to gain further insight of what you would like us to bring to your students, how we can help you further on, we would greatly appreciate it as that helps us build a lot of our programming needs for the College Access team. And we will leave that poll open until the very end. But just the last part here that we have to share for you all is just some friendly reminders. Again, continue on forward with those monthly programming for the Higher Pathways Grant. And then also, if you don't mind, just kind of remember to participate in our monthly programming of our webinars for our families, for the students as well. We'll continue to send out email reminders just to kind of share with you all to take part in those opportunities. We very much look forward to reviewing your FAFSA reports as well. Again, you can submit it through the form or to Cassie directly. We definitely appreciate those reports. And then also, another friendly reminder to continue spending down that Higher Pathways grant money by May 1st of 2026. And just on the same day of May 1st will be when the end of the year report will be due for the Higher Pathways grant. So that is just all our last notes there we have for you all. Again, if you ever want to reach out to Cassie and I, you're welcome to reach us out to our Native Pathways email or directly to any one of us. We're very close and close-knit cubicles, so we're just right next to each other. So we always talk over to each other. So we'll now open the floor to any questions from anyone.
Hey, I want
Oh,
real quick. So I had a bunch of my students do the Go to College Challenge or apply for it in the fall. I don't know if they still have records, if you guys have access to records of the previous person that did this, but are they allowed to do it again because they're still technically eligible? Or like no one got it from what I know, but I know a bunch of kids, my kids applied for it.
oh, Cassie, I think
Yes.
you're muted.
Oops, sorry. Yeah, we do have records of it, but they're definitely more than welcome to take part in the spring challenge because the little change between this and that one is that this one they have to apply to the college fund scholarship versus the last one they just had to create a profile because the scholarship wasn't open yet. But yeah,
Okay.
they're more than welcome to partake in it again.
Okay. Sounds good.
Great question. And then just kind of looking at the chat real quickly, guess we will have flyers sent out and more information just at the closing in along with the recording of the webinar. And if you're looking for more additional information, Cassie and I are more than happy to send that to you as well.
Yeah. I think the only other plug that I have is I sent an email, I think it was yesterday or the day before. We do have a few more grants available for this academic year. So if you all know any other schools that may be interested or that would align with this grant, let us know.
Yes,
Or
please.
yeah.
Or spread the word around. We appreciate that.
If they do, is it the same exact same application process and all that? Same
Yeah.
link and everything? Okay.
Yes.
Because I wonder if there's a couple of people around our area that actually might need that. So or might be
Yeah.
able to apply for that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a great question. We actually do have a flyer for the grant. We hopefully won't be bombarding you too much with all the flyers we're sending to you, but we'll see if we can plug in one more in there. Thank you for that, though.
Okay, send all the flyers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. Well, I hope you all enjoy the rest of your afternoon. But yeah, feel free to reach out to us if you need anything. We'll stay on if anybody has any specific questions to their program.
Yes, thank you all.